The 0-1 pitch from Finley gets away from Memphis, and they've got the runner caught in a pickle as Ragsdale throws it to Driscoll. Driscoll back to Gartman. Gartman trying to run the runner down, and he's out. Great hustle there by Drew Gartman to run down Eggerson in between second and third base and apply the tag to get the Blazers their second out of the inning. Great heads-up play there also by Mathis to fire that one across the diamond to second base to get the pickle started. So 2 away now for Finley and the Blazers. 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2, makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the top of the first. Looks like cleanup hitter Nolan Rogers is ready for the 4th pitch of this at bat. That one just misses bottom part of the zone there, evens up the count at 2-2. That breaking ball catches the bottom of the zone for a called strike 3, and the Blazers get out of the inning, allowing 1 in the top of the first. We'll be back after this break on Blazer News Network.
Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you, and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Welcome back to Blazer News Network, and as you might have noticed, it's been a new look for this home conference doubleheader as due to the storms last Friday night. 4 days ago, the Blazers outfield fence at Memorial Field was completely taken apart and damaged. We'd like to give a big thanks to Arkansas State University for letting us play and stream the game here this afternoon. The Blazers' reconstruction of the outfield wall is beginning now, and they expect to have that done over spring break. So for our next stream on April 1st, we should be back at Memorial Field. And now on the mound for West Memphis to start things off this afternoon is going to be Maddox Malloy, the right-hander. And your lineup for the Blazers is going to be number 1, shortstop Drew Gartman, number 2, catcher Keaton Mathis, batting 3rd, right fielder Owen Roach, batting 4th in the cleanup spot, first baseman Levi Martin, batting 5th, center fielder Jay Taylor, batting 6th, second baseman Noah Ragsdale, batting 7th, also pitching Will Finley, and batting 8th, playing left field Madden Tatum, and batting 9th, third baseman Cannon Driscoll. Leadoff hitter Drew Gartman steps up to the plate for the View. He's been great in that leadoff spot this year, really doing a great job of getting on base and getting some runners across home plate as well. And first pitch to Gartman is just going to catch the outside corner for a called strike 1. This looks like West Memphis is going to pitch at a pretty good pace here early on as that breaking ball falls out of the zone for a called ball. As Malloy gets set back on the rubber, third pitch of the at-bat to Gartman. Swung on, roped down the left field line. That's going to drop in fair as Drew Gartman turns first, headed for second, and he's going to get in there for a leadoff double. So Drew Gartman doing what he does best, getting on base early in this one. Blazers have a runner on second with no outs in the bottom of the first. And that brings up number 16, Keaton Mathis. Last broadcast, Mathis was on the mound, but today he is behind the plate. Mathis also has a home run on the year back last week against BB. There's some gusty winds starting to blow across the infield here at Slayton Family Field as Malloy looks ready to face Keaton Mathis, the Blazers' right-hander. That first pitch to Mathis swung on right at the shortstop. He's going to fire across the first, and that's going to go out of the glove, and Gartman's going to try to run home, and he will score. So great heads-up base running by Gartman there to take advantage of the error at first base. So you'll take it if you're the Blazers as Keaton Mathis reaches safely to first. If you take a look at the replay, the shortstop fielded it cleanly, but the first baseman was just not quite able to secure that one as he went for the stretch. But Blazers 1 on, no outs still in the bottom of the first as right-hander and right fielder Owen Roach settles back up at the plate. And Mathis is running, and he's going to be safe. And I'm sorry, that's Parker King. King has came in to pinch run for the Blazers. The junior showed some great speed on the bases so far this year as Roach steps back up to the plate. Runner on second, no out still in the bottom of the first. Malloy looks back at King, back at second base. That pitch is swung on by Roach as he goes the other way for a single out to the outfield as Parker King rounds for home, and he's going to score, and Roach is going to stay put over there at first. So RBI single for Owen Roach drives in Parker King to give the Blazers the 2-1 lead. Roach on first, no out still in the bottom of the first as junior Levi Martin steps up to the plate. Martin, the transfer from Pocahontas, has done a great job both on the mound and at the plate this year in the Blazer uniform. Smalley looks back at the runner on first as Roach steps back on the first base bag. Roach goes, and there's going to be no throw from the catcher, so easy stolen base there by the Blazers' right fielder. Count now 1-0 to Martin. Second pitch of the at-bat to Martin gets in, jams him as he grounds that one foul towards the West Memphis dugout. Martin looks like he's ready to step back into the right-hander's batter's box. Roach with a decent lead back there on second. As Malloy's starting to take a little bit more time in between pitches here with some traffic on the bases. And that pitch to Martin is going to be outside for ball 2. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. And the wind's really whipping here at Slayton Family Field with Levi Martin at the plate. Malloy looks back to second base once again. Ready for the 2-1 pitch to Martin. Swung on out to left field down the line. And that's going to hook just foul to the left of the foul pole. So good job by Martin to get a barrel on that one, but just hooked just outside the foul line. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Roach on second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. The 2-2 pitch from Malloy swung on and fouled over the Blazers' first base dugout as Levi stays alive with the 2-2 count. As Malloy looks in for his sign for the 2-2 pitch. Looks back at Roach and hanging breaking ball. They're going to say called strike 3 as Martin goes down with a called strikeout. And now due up for the Blazers. It's going to be Jade Taylor, the Blazers center fielder. Taylor's done a great job producing throughout the lineup over his years here at Valley View. Roach still on second, 1 out in the bottom of the first. That first pitch to Taylor, grounded to the shortstop, over to first. He gets the out, but Roach is headed home, and he's going to be out. So it's going to be a double play for West Memphis. They get the ground out to first and then throw that one to home to tag out Owen Roach. Taylor was hustling down the line but not able to beat that one out, and then Roach kind of got caught up, couldn't decide what he wanted to do, decided to try to give it a go at home, but tagged out in plenty of time. But your Blazers lead 2-1 after 1 on the Blazers News Network. We'll be back with the second inning after this on BNN.
Gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up. St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Welcome back to the Jonesboro Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth for the second inning of Blazer baseball here at Slayton Family Field. And I'm just going to go ahead and give you a brief overview of the Blazers schedule for the rest of the month, as they'll play 2 here versus West Memphis this afternoon, then travel Friday to Conway for a highly anticipated matchup at 4:30. Then I believe they will play in a tournament this weekend, and then next Thursday we'll play versus Greenwood, then versus Ray Peck Friday, and versus Staley, Missouri Saturday. Will Finley's first pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Now at the plate now for West Memphis is number 34, Drew Jenkins, as that pitch gets away from Finley. Once again, makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. Finley working at a decently fast pace here as he blows that one by Jenkins for a called strike 1. Works himself back into the count. 2 balls, 1 strike here to West Memphis's 5-hole hitter in the bottom of the second. As that pitch low once again makes the count 3 balls and 1 strike to Jenkins. That pitch freezes Jenkins. Couldn't decide if he wanted to go around there or not, but regardless, it's a called strike 2. So full count here to the first West Memphis batter of the second inning. And that pitch gets him on the arm, so that's going to be the second hit batter of the ball game for Will Finley. As looks like Keaton Mathis, Blazer catcher, is going to come out and talk things over with this pitcher, make sure that they're on the same page here early on in the second inning. You're the Blazers, you have yourself a one-run lead, but looks like that ball just got him right above the elbow. Luckily, that one didn't hit his elbow bone there, as he was not wearing that elbow guard, but looks like we're ready for Maddox Malloy, the starting pitcher, who's also hitting in the lineup today. Runner on first, no out, shows bunt. Mathis acts like he's going to throw it back to first, but he's just going to give it back to Will Finley, but keeping the runner honest over there at the first base side. As Finley looks in to a sign from Mathis. Shows bunt again. Mathis fires it over to second. Great throw there from Keaton Mathis behind the plate. Gets it to Gartman in plenty of time, and they're able to tag out Jenkins. And he had the ball there right when Jenkins was about halfway in the base path. So one down, and 1-1's the count to Maddox Malloy. Mathis has been great behind the plate for Valley View the past 3 years. And that pitch gets a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count to Malloy. Mathis had to miss some time towards the end of the year last year due to a back injury, but he is fully recovered and ready to go. And that one to Driscoll, and what a great play as he makes the leaping catch to save that ball from going into the outfield. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the second by the Blazer defense. As you take a look at that replay, Malloy got a great swing on it, but Driscoll was able to make the leaping catch. Now stepping up to the plate is going to be Shard Vorns. That first pitch called ball. 1-0 the count. Vorns, the West Memphis third baseman today. That pitch low in the dirt, or in the turf, I guess you could say, and makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. That pitch is swung on, grounded right at Martin, fields it cleanly, steps on first for the easy out. So a much better inning there from Finley as the Blazers, they get out of it with no hits, no errors, no runs. We head to the bottom of the second on Blazer News Network.
Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you, and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Welcome back here to Slayton Family Field inside the Jonesboro Acoustical Drywall Broadcast booth. Is due up for the Blazers in the second inning is going to be Noah Ragsdale, Will Finley, and Madden Tatum. As Malloy gets loose for his second inning of work, looks like we're ready to go. So the Blazers right-hander Noah Ragsdale steps up to the plate here in the bottom of the second inning. As Malloy's ready for that first pitch, and that's going to get by the catcher. Ball 1 to Ragsdale. Malloy settles back onto the mound, looks into his catcher. Second pitch to Ragsdale, hanging, breaking ball. Fly out to shallow center field, and the center fielder makes the catch. Good play on that one by Cyrone Madison out there in center as Malloy retires one of the Blazers for one out here in the bottom of the second inning, and that's going to bring up pitcher Will Finley as Ragsdale just got under that last ball, which caused him to fly out to center field. As Finley's ready for his first pitch of his at-bat. Swing and a miss there from Malloy. Great pitch to get that one by Will. As Malloy works in a little bit of quicker pace when runners aren't on the bases, which is to be expected, but Finley watches that pitch go by for a called strike as he's behind in the count, 0-2. Two pitch to Finley. Breaking ball swung on high. Fly ball right at the second baseman. Actually, the shortstop's going to come over to make that catch. So great play by the Blue Devil infield to come up with that one. And that was number 12, Nolan Rogers. Finley got under that pitch just like Ragsdale did, and that wind kept it inside of the infield. And now at the plate for the Blazers, number 27, Madden Tatum. And Tatum smoked the ball over the right field fence last home game, but the wind was blowing as fast as this, but just the opposite direction out to right. But that's fouled off by Tatum over the West Memphis dugout, makes the count 0-1. Tatum, the Jack State commit, junior left fielder. That pitch to Tatum is swung on high to center field, and the left fielder comes in to make the catch. So great job by the West Memphis defense there in the bottom of the second. Your Blazers have 0 hits, 0 runs, and we'll be back for the third inning as your Blazers lead 2-1.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you, and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an eUniversity checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
News Network as Will Finley steps onto the mound for his third inning of work, and due up for the Blue Devils is going to be number 19, first baseman Tavion Daney. That first pitch, called strike. Great job there framing that one by the Blazers catcher Keaton Mathis. Second pitch to the at-bat is low, out of the zone, evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Finley only allowing 1 earned run here so far this afternoon. And that pitch from Finley swung on, grounded down to the Blazer first base dugout. Finley now ahead in the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch from Finley just fades out of the zone, evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the right-hander Daney. That pitch jams Daney as he stays alive in the count, fouls that one off down the third base line. 2-2 pitch to the West Memphis first baseman. Almost gets a piece of him, but they're going to say that he got out of the way, makes the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2 pitch from Finley gets the swing and a miss, and Finley strikes out the first batter here in the third. Now due up for the Blue Devils is going to be number 15, second baseman Caden Wynn, hitting in the 9-hole today for West Memphis. And we'll take a look at that last strikeout from Finley as he got great swing and a miss there from Daney. Finley, first pitch is just high. Makes us count 1 ball and no strikes. That pitch from Finley swung on and fouled back into the netting behind the home plate. Evens up the count at 1-1. That 1-1 pitch grounded down the first base line as well out into foul play. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 away in the top of the third. That pitch by Finley, foul tipped into Keaton Mathis's mitt, and they're going to say strikeout for Will Finley. So he struck out 2 in a row here in the top of the third inning. That's going to bring back up the top of the order, and Caleb Kuhn, the left fielder, the only West Memphis batter to get a hit so far here this afternoon. You'll see as Mathis barely able to hold on to that foul tip, but gets a strikeout for Finley as that first pitch fires in there for a called strike 1. As Finley in a much better rhythm here in the third inning. Kuhn had a leadoff double back in the first. That breaking ball in there for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes count to West Memphis's left fielder. That pitch from Finley. Kuhn had to try to stay alive in that one, and he did by fouling it back into the netting. West Memphis left fielder ready to face the 0-2 count as that one gets away from Keaton Mathis, but 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right-hander. That breaking ball ties up Kuhn, so Will Finley strikes out the side here in the third inning. Your Valley View Blazers lead the West Memphis Blue Devils 2-1. We'll be back for the bottom half of the third on Blazer News Network.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
To Blazer baseball here on Blazer News Network, as in the bottom of the third, your Blazers lead the West Memphis Blue Devils 2-1, and due up in the bottom of the third is going to be Cannon Driscoll, Drew Gartman, and Keaton Mathis. This Blazer third baseman settles into the right-hander batter's box. That first pitch to Driscoll gets the swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Malloy. 0-1 the count to the Blazers' third baseman. That breaking ball, they're going to say, caught the outside part of the zone. Make that called strike two. 0-2 the count now. It's Malloy back on the mound for his third inning of work. That pitch to Driscoll is swung on, lifted high out into left field. But the left fielder gets under it and makes the catch. Great play out there on left by Caleb Kuhn. Now the Blazers back up to the top of the order. Drew Gartman steps back up to the plate, and we saw him have a leadoff double to start things off in the bottom of the first. Come around to score one of the Blazers' 2 runs. Malloy steps back onto the mound and is ready to face Gartman for the second time here today. Gartman shows bunt, lays it down on the third base line. Catcher fires to first, and that's going to go out of the glove of Daney once again. So that's 2 errors by the first baseman, but great job by Gartman trying to beat that one out, and fortunate enough that it was an error, so he will reach first base safely with 1 out in the bottom of the third. That's going to bring up catcher Keaton Mathis to the plate. We'll see if Gartman decides to take a chance and try to steal a base here, as he tried to back in the first. Malloy has to step off the mound there and call time. You can really see the wind blowing across the West Memphis Blue Devils jersey. And swung on by Mathis to center field. Great diving play there by the center fielder, and Gartman's able to get back to first in time, but great effort out there in center as Gartman gets back to first safely. So 2 down here in the bottom of the third, and that will bring up Blazer right fielder Owen Roach. Take a look back at that replay. Mathis did get a barrel on it, but even better play by the center fielder Madison to come up with that one. His first pitch to Roach gets away from him, and Gartman's going to be standing up at second base as he advances on the wild pitch. So Blazers have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Gartman with a decent lead there at second as Roach steps back into the batter's box, heading the count at 1 ball, no strikes. That pitch to Roach swung on right up the middle to the shortstop. Makes a good play to field that one, and that's going to not able to be came up with by Downey, and Gartman's going to score his second run of the ball game. So Blazers have taken advantage of the errors over there at first so far today, as your Blazers now lead 3-1. The shortstop made a great play on it, but first baseman just not able to come up with that one at the first base bag. As you'll see, that one got away out of the glove once again. Heads up base running by Gartman to score his second run of the afternoon. As Roach is at first, and that brings up Blazer first baseman today, Levi Martin. Right-handed junior steps up to the plate. Struck out looking last time as Roach heads to second. He's going to be safe, so another Stolen base for Valley View. Roach got a good jump and was able to slide into second, but the throw got away from Rogers anyways. But Levi ahead here with the 1-0 count. One-0 pitch to Martin. They're going to say that one fell just outside of the strike zone there. Makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Martin. That ball is going to be outside. Makes the count 3-0. Roach with a little bit of a lead there off of the second base bag. Malloy settles in for his 3-0 pitch. That pitch to Martin outside once again, so he'll reach first base due to a 4-pitch walk, and that's going to bring up cleanup hitter center fielder Jade Taylor. Jade Taylor is going to come up to the plate with 2 on and 2 outs in the bottom of the third. But looks like we might have a mound visit here from the West Memphis pitching coach. As Molly's gone 2 2/3 so far here today, allowed 3 hits and 3 runs. Blazers have done a great job of taking advantage of errors made by the Blue Devils defense and advancing on the base path. But looks like Molloy will stay in the game, and Jade Taylor trots down the third baseline and gets ready to get back up there for his second at bat of the ball game. Molloy looks in to his sign from the catcher. So we're ready to go now in the bottom of the third. 2 on, 2 outs for the Blazers. That pitch swung on by Taylor and fouled off down the first base side. Makes the count 0-1. Molloy looks back at Roach on second base, and 0-1 pitch, breaking ball just above the zone, evens up the count on 1 ball and 1 strike to Taylor. Molloy looks back once again at second base, swung on by Taylor, fouled right back up here to the broadcast booth, and that's going to make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 count, runners on first and second, and that is Roach and Martin. That's swung on at the top of the zone by Taylor. High fly ball into the shallow infield, and Rogers makes a play on it. So West Memphis gets out of the inning, only allowing 1 run as your Blazers lead 3-1. And we're live on the Blazer News Network right after this for the 4th inning of Blazer baseball.
the diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship.
In the top of the fourth inning, your Blazers lead 3-1. A great day and great weather for baseball in the 70s and sunny besides the 50-mile-an-hour occasional wind gust, but your Blazers lead 3-1 in the top of the fourth. As remind you, today's conference matchup is a doubleheader, 2 full 7-inning games unless there happen to be a run rule. So Will Finley steps back on the mound for his fourth inning of work. That's going to bring up right fielder A.J. Eggerson. He swings on that one, and Will Finley makes a great play to come off the mound and field that pop fly. Quick first out for Finley and the Blazers. That's going to bring up Cyrone Madison, center fielder, who we've seen make a good play out there on center today for West Memphis.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money?
First pitch of the at-bat to Madison from Finley is going to be a ball one. Makes the count 1 ball and no strikes. Second pitch from Finley. It's fouled over the first base dugout, evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Finley's done a lot better on the mound the past 2 innings once he's found his rhythm, and that's going to be called strike regardless of Mathis dropping that one behind the plate, but Finley now ahead in the count 1-2. One and two pitch from Finley, breaking ball just below the zone, evens up the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch, swung on, grounded right back at Finley. Great athletic play by him to get that one over to Martin for the second out of the inning. So 2 defensive plays by Will Finley to get 2 outs in the top of the fourth. That's going to bring up cleanup hitter, shortstop Nolan Rogers. You'll see Finley make the great play there on the mound. As Rogers steps up to the plate, swung on, high fly ball. Sgartman calls everyone off and makes the easy catch in the infield. And Finley with a great inning of work there in the top of the fourth, allowing no hits, no runs, no errors. Your Blazers lead 3-1 on Blazer News Network.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Welcome back to Blazer Baseball on Blazer News Network. So we welcome you into the Jonesboro School Drywall broadcast booth here at Arkansas State University, Slayton Family Field for 5A East Conference doubleheader, as Molloy looks like he's ready for his 4th inning of work. And due up for the Blazers is going to be Ragsdale, Finley, and Tatum. As Ragsdale steps up to the right-hander's batter's box as Malloy is ready to step back up on the mound. Your Blazers lead 3-1 to start things off here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch of the fourth from Malloy as Ragsdale shows bunt. Bunts that one foul, makes the count no balls and a strike. As Malloy steps off the mound there as Ragsdale gets resituated in the right-hander's batter's box. 0-1 pitch to Noah Ragsdale. Shows bunt once again, gets it down in the infield. Pitcher fields it over to first. Throw is high, and great job by Ragsdale to beat out the throw down the first base side, and Ragsdale reaches on the bunt. So Blazers get a base runner with no outs to start things off in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Will Finley, who's also on the mound today for the Blazers, is going to step up to the plate. One on, nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. As Ragsdale's running, and he's going to be in there in plenty of time, so another stolen base for the Blazers, but that will be strike one to Will Finley, but you'll take it. Blazers have a runner in scoring position with no outs. So you'll see Ragsdale got a good jump as soon as Malloy released the ball, and the throw was just late, not in time to get Ragsdale there at second. Just 0-1 pitch from the Blue Devils right-hander. That's swung on by Finley, and that gets out to the outfield for a single as Ragsdale heads home, and he's going to score. So RBI single for Will Finley as he scores Noah Ragsdale for the fourth run of the ball game in the bottom of the fourth. That's going to bring up number 27, Madden Tatum. Tatum out in left field during today's game as see Ragsdale round third there and score home with no throw to the plate. .65 left-hander steps up to the dish as they might have got him, and they did. Great pickoff move there by Malloy to catch Will Finley sleeping over there at first base as that will give the Blue Devils their first out of the inning. First pitch of the at-bat to Tatum. So he watches that one high above the zone. Ball one, makes the count 1-0. Pitch to Madden. That's going to be a breaking ball just below the strike zone. Makes the count 2-0. Tatum flew out in his last at bat. 2-0 pitch to Tatum. Swung on and fouled back behind the home plate. Tatum just got a piece of that one. Makes the count of hitters count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 pitch from Maddox Malloy. They're going to say that caught the inside part of the plate to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tatum settles back into the box for his 2-2 pitch from Malloy. That breaking ball's low. Makes the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Blazers lead 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out and nobody on. That breaking ball high above the zone. Good discipline there by Tatum to draw the 6-pitch walk. That's going to bring up Blazers' third baseman, Cannon Driscoll. As Driscoll's ready for his second at-bat of the ball game. That's swung on and fouled right to Drew Gartman in the on-deck circle. Driscoll also flew out in his last at-bat. Looks like Malloy is ready for his 0-1 pitch. That's swung on by Driscoll. That's going to be shallow. Great play there by the second baseman. He's going to throw it back to first. They're going to say you got him. Great job there by the center fielder to get that one over to first. And the great play by Doney to come up with the catch and get the double play on the Blazers. So West Memphis gets out of the inning, but your Blazers lead 4-1. We'll be back with the 5th inning on Blazer News Network.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Welcome back to Blazer News Network here in the top of the 5th inning as your Blazers lead the West Memphis Blue Devils by a score of 4-1. It's Finley back on the mound for the Blazers in the 5th. West Memphis comes into this game with a record of 1-5, and the Blazers still undefeated on the year at 5-0. Looks like Finley is ready to get back to work here in the 5th inning. Due up for West Memphis is going to be Drew Jenkins. Jenkins today's catcher behind the plate for the Blue Devils. First pitch to Jenkins, high and inside for ball 1, makes the count 1-0. That pitch from Finley now low. In the dirt, makes the count 2 balls and no strikes to the West Memphis right-hander. That pitch swung on, foul tipped. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. As Jenkins barely gets a piece of that one just outside of the zone. Foul ball makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 pitch to Jenkins. Swung on, fly ball, shallow right field. It's Tatum makes the catch and retires the first out of the inning. Now due up for the Blue Devils is going to be pitcher Maddox Malloy. Finley's ready for his first pitch to Malloy, low and outside for ball one. One away here in the top of the fifth. That pitch to Malloy grounded right at Ragsdale as he makes the easy throw to Martin for the 4-3 put out to get the second out of the inning. Finley's done a great job in the third, fourth, and to start things off here in the fifth inning. Only allowing one run so far, which was back in the first. It's going to bring up Shard Vorms, third baseman today for West Memphis. So that's swung on. That's at Martin. Great job by Finley. Running over to cover first base, and that's another quick inning for Finley and the Blazers. Your Blazers lead this one 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the fifth on Blazer News Network.
Hey, we got two.
Across the diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship.
Welcome back to Blazer News Network for the bottom of the fifth, and you're going to have a look at the Blazers' RBI so far today as Roach was able to hit that one up the middle and ground out, was able to get Drew Gartman across home plate. And then Finley able to knock in an RBI himself, giving him some run support while he's on the mound as he gets the blooper out to left field, which will bring in Ragsdale to score. Some great hitting so far this afternoon for the Blazers, and now due up is the Blazers' top of the order once again. That's going to be Arkansas State commit, senior shortstop Drew Gartman. Gartman's reached base twice in his two at-bats. Double and an error by the first baseman. Gartman shows bunt, pulls it back, takes the called strike one, as they're going to say that one just caught a corner of the zone. 0-1 the count now to Drew. Oh and 1 pitch to Gartman. So he watches that one outside of the zone. Ball one makes the count even at 1-1. One pitch to Gartman. Breaking ball swung on high. Fly ball near the Blazer dugout, and that's going to drop just in front of the Blazers, standing along that dugout. Foul ball makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Blazers' right-handed shortstop. Malloy looks in, ready now for the 1-2 pitch. That's swung on by Gartman. High fly ball down the right field side. And that first baseman's not able to come up with that pop fly, and that's probably the third or fourth error made by the Blue Devils first baseman today, and second one that Drew Gartman's been able to reach base safely on. That's going to bring up number 16, Keaton Mathis. As you'll see, first baseman just not quite able to come up with that one, as that one just misses the glove. Mathis with one on, no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Pick off over to first base from Gartman, back in plenty of time. Keaton Mathis flew out in his last at bat. No balls, no strikes to Mathis. Another pickoff back to first. Gartman back safely once again, standing up. The hat blows off of Malloy's head as umpire calls time to allow him to get settled back in and get back up on to the mound. Some serious wind here this afternoon at Slayton Family Field. After two pickoffs, maybe we're ready for the first pitch to Mathis. Gartman's running. Gartman takes the ball. Correction, Mathis takes the ball, and now Gartman's going to get up from second and advance to third. He's going to stay at third, and that throw gets away. And Gartman's going to get all the way to home from first off of a couple of errors by West Memphis. So Gartman scores the Blazers' fifth run and his third time scoring this ball game as Mathis took that pitch, and you'll see Gartman had a good jump on it. That throw gets away from the shortstop. Gartman gets up as that ball goes into the outfield, and then an error on the throw towards the third base bag allows Gartman to get to home plate safely. And now West Memphis wants to talk it over out there at the mound, and we'll see if Malloy stays in the game. Mathis still at the plate for the Blazers. Looks like he will, so Malloy will step back onto the mound. His team trailing by 4, 1-5 in the bottom of the fifth. Mathis heading the count at 1 ball, no strikes. That pitch runs in on Mathis, makes the count 2 balls, no strikes. So Mathis ahead in the count here in the bottom of the fifth. No outs in the inning. Two-0 pitch to Mathis. Swung on, fouled out behind the third base dugout. Makes the count 2-1. Two and 1 pitch from Maddox. Malloy swung on by Mathis. That's going to get down in front of the right fielder as Mathis takes an aggressive turn, but gets back to first base. Nice piece of hitting there to get that one over the first baseman into the outfield for the single. Mathis did a great job adjusting to that pitch and getting the barrel on it at the bottom of the zone. Blazers now have 1 on once again, no outs. Wouldn't be surprised to see if Mathis takes off here on the first pitch as Roach is now at the dish for the Blazers. Malloy's going to step off and look Mathis back to first base. Correction now, the Blazers have Parker King in, pinch running for Mathis. King definitely has enough speed to steal a base here. That pitch is swung on by Roach, roped out to left field at the left fielder, and great job by the left fielder to backpedal and make the catch near the warning track. So Roach flies out to deep left for the Blazers' first out in the bottom of the fifth. That's going to bring up Levi Martin with one out and runner on first. Great job there by Kuhn to get under that one out there and left and make the catch. Junior right-hander steps up to the plate, drew a walk in his last at bat. Pick off back to first base. King back in time safely. One on and one out. Boy looks back over to King. We'll see if he takes off here, and he does. Swung on by Martin. Great job getting that one through the gap between the shortstop and third baseman. As King gets to third, Mathis stays at first. So now runners at the corners for the view with one out in the bottom of the fifth. Great piece of hitting there by Martin. That's going to bring up senior center fielder Jade Taylor. As Taylor's ready for his third at bat of the ball game. One out in the bottom of the fifth. Blazers lead 5-1. Smolley steps off once again with runners at the corners. Wouldn't be surprised to see if Martin would take off for second. Any pitch now with Taylor at the plate. That pitch is a called strike one to Jade Taylor, making the count no balls and a strike to the Blazers center fielder. That pitch to Taylor gets away from the catcher just a bit, but he's able to get up out of his stance and keep it in front of him. Evens up the count, though, at 1 ball and 1 strike. As Taylor settles back into the right-hander's batter's box for the 1-1 pitch from Malloy. Martin is running, and they throw it to second base, and King's going to try to steal home, and he does, and that throw gets away from the catcher, and Martin's going to slide into third base. So the Blazers go from first to third, and then King advances from third to home as King scores the Blazers' 6th run of the ball game. So now a runner on third with 1 out, and 2-1 count to Blazers senior Jade Taylor. That throw had to be cut off by the shortstop, then thrown home, which was a little offline, which allowed Martin to advance to third and slide under the tag. That pitch to Taylor, called strike 2, evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martin at third, 1 gone in the bottom of the 5th. That pitch to Taylor, hanging breaking ball deep out to left field, and that's going to hook just foul over the retaining wall on the left field side. 2-2 the count to Jade. Molloy steps back onto the mound while Taylor gets back up to the plate, ready to face the 2-2 count with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. That pitch to Taylor, just outside the zone. Called ball for a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count pitch from Malloy, swung on by Taylor down the third base line, tailing away from the left fielder, and that gets down. Bounces off the wall. Martin will jog home, and Taylor up to second base with a stand-up double RBI for the Blazers' 7th run of the ball game. As you see the double silly from Taylor there, and Blazers scoring 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Still 1 out and a runner in scoring position with no Ragsdale up to the plate. Taylor did a great job bringing his hands in, getting the barrel on it, and that one staying fair. Great job by Kuhn, though, to make the play on the ball off of the wall, but Martin had plenty of time to get across home plate. Now Taylor on second, 1 out. Ragsdale at the dish. That first pitch to Ragsdale, just above the zone, makes it ball 1. One and 0, 1 out. Taylor stands at second. Lloyd takes a look back to second base as that runs in on Ragsdale, makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. Taylor with a decent lead over on the second base bag. That pitch to Ragsdale jams him high. Fly ball back behind home plate, and that's going to get out of play into the bleachers. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike. So West Memphis catcher readjust his mask. Looks like we're ready to get back into play. Two and 1 pitch from Malloy. Bunt by Ragsdale. Great bunt down the third base side. And no throw to first, so Rags gets to first on the bunt single. Now runners at the corner once again for the view. That's going to bring up Will Finley. Great job by Ragsdale butting that one just down the third base line. Let stay fair. Now Rags at first, Taylor at third. Sophomore Will Finley, right-hander, up at the plate. Pick off back to first base. Ragsdale back safely, standing up. Wouldn't be surprised to see Ragsdale take off running here to second, as the Blazers have already pulled off a double steal thanks to an error by West Memphis. He acts like he's going to go. Throw down to second. Taylor is going to be out at home as he took off running, and great play. And they're going to say safe. I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll take a look at the replay. I mean, the shortstop made a great throw, but I guess they're going to say the ball came out of the catcher's glove when Taylor slid into the plate. We'll get a look there Yeah, and they're going to say he dropped the ball, so you'll take it if you're the Blazers as Jay Taylor scores the 8th run of the ball game, and Ragsdale in scoring position with 1 out in the 5th. Blazers lead 8-1, runner on second, 1 out. As Finley just gets a piece of that one, makes the count 0-2. Ragsdale standing at second, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. See if Finley can take advantage of a runner in scoring position. Molloy looks back at the runner at second. It's that pitch high and outside for ball 1, makes the count 1-2. Molloy about ready for the 1-2 pitch with 1 out, and Ragsdale on second base for the view. That's swung on by Finley. High fly ball out to shallow left center as the shortstop backpedals and makes a play on it. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th for the view as Blazer left-hander Madden Tatum steps up to the plate. Tatum, the junior that can pitch and hit for the Blazers, and we've seen a lot of Valley View guys do so far this year. Tatum's got 1 home run on the year back versus BB last week. First pitch to Tatum, swung on down the first base side, just foul. Outside of the first base bag, makes the count 0 balls and a strike. Ragsdale still on second base, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Tatum watches that one for a called strike, makes the count 0 balls and 2 strikes. Tatum down and behind in the count, 0-2. Blazers with a comfortable 7-run lead in the bottom of the 5th. High breaking ball. The catcher has to get out of his stance to keep that one in front of him, keeping Ragsdale at second base. 1-2 the count now to Tatum. Molloy looks back at the second base bag. He's ready for the 1-2 pitch. Swung on by Tatum down the first base line as that gets into the outfield as Ragsdale rounds first base. Tatum heads to second, and both of them will be safe, and Tatum's going to take off for third. So it's going to be a single, and then Tatum advances to third off of the aired throw. Ragsdale scores. Blazers lead 9-1. Tatum standing up at third base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to bring up Blazer third baseman Cannon Driscoll with another RBI opportunity with Blazer in scoring position and 2 outs. First pitch to Driscoll, swung on. Fielded by the shortstop over to first base, and that's going to be far down the line, out of reach for the Blue Devils first baseman as Tatum crosses the plate for the Blazers' 10th run of the ball game. So now Blazer at second base with the 11th run now in scoring position. So we'll see if the Blazers could get the 10 after 5 run rule here, and now they're back up to the top of the order. West Memphis has had a lot of errors over on the first base side today, which has allowed lots of the Blazers to advance further across the bases and eventually score at home. Runner on second, 2 outs for Gartman. As he shows bunt, bunts it down the third base side. He's trying to beat it out, no throw. And Driscoll advances to third as well. So now runners at the corners for Blazer catcher Keaton Mathis. Mathis with a RBI already in today's game, singled his last time up at the plate. Smalley looks like he's ready to throw his first pitch to Keaton Mathis. Blazer running, Mathis, high fly ball, shallow center field. We'll see if West Memphis can come up with it, and they miss it. So Driscoll will score to give the Blazers their 11th run, and I believe that should be 10 after 5, and that is. So the Blazers win the first of the doubleheader, 11-1. I guess you could call it the walk-off by Mathis and the error in the outfield by the center fielder. But Blazers claim game 1 of the 5A East doubleheader, 11-1. All great around hitting, and great job by Finley once he settled in there on the mound through 5 innings of work for Valley View. We'll be back in just a few minutes here on Blazer News Network for game 2 of the doubleheader between West Memphis and Valley View.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care. Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Hey, we got 2.
Across the diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship. Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you, and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an eUniversity checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Hey, we got two.
Across the diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you, and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an eUniversity checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Hey, we got two.
diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an e-university checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Hey, we got two.
Across the diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an e-university checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Hey, we got two.
Across the diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an e-University checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Hey, we got two.
Across the diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an eUniversity checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Hey, we got two.
Across the diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship.
Welcome back to Blazer Baseball on the Blazer News Network as your Blazers took game one of the 5A East doubleheader 11-1. Will Finley pitched 5 innings, only giving up 1 hit and 1 run, striking out 4. Blazers offense scored 11 runs thanks to RBIs by Owen Roach, Jade Taylor, Will Finley, and Madden Tatum, off of also a couple of errors by West Memphis, and we're ready to start game 2 as Drew Gartman takes two pitches for 2 strikes here to start things off. 0-2 count to Drew. Third pitch of the at-bat swung on by Gartman, and that gets into the outfield, and Drew rounds first base, and he's going to stay put. So a great single by Drew Gartman to get things started off in the second game of the doubleheader. And also have a very special guest with me for the second game of this one is now my good buddy Coach Holt at Valley View. Now we're going to take a look back at the first game as Jade Taylor gets the RBI down the left field line, and nice double to score Levi Martin. And then you'll see a good double celly there from Taylor, and that really got the bats going. It's throw down to second base as Taylor was able to get to home on the drop ball at the plate and score the 10th run of the game for the Blazers. That first pitch taken as a ball to Blazer right-hander Keaton Mathis. Like I was saying earlier, I'm joined now by Blazer wrestling coach, Coach Rance Holt. How you doing today, Coach Holt?
Good. How we doing? This is beats sitting out there in the wind. Sitting inside here.
That's for sure as Gartman runs and throw not in time as Gartman gets to second base standing up. So first stolen base of game 2 for the Blazers as Mathis steps up to the plate with the 2-0 count. Kuhn on the mound now for West Memphis, as you see the replay there of that stolen base, and Drew Gartman with his speed gets there in plenty of time as Gartman now with a decent lead at second. Mathis with the 2-0 count shows bunt, Had to get out of the way of that one. .3-0 the count now for the Blazers. Keaton Mathis, right-handed junior, playing behind the plate in the first game of the doubleheader, and I believe Leighton Holt will get the start behind the plate in game 2. Pickoff attempt back to second base. Nope, Kuhn keeps it with them on the mound. He steps off, and now he's about ready to throw the 3-0 pitch to Keaton Mathis. It's Kuhn's 3-0 pitch. Gets Mathis up there on the back, and Mathis is going to trot down to first base. Probably in some pain, but nonetheless, the Blazers have 2 base runners as Parker King's going to come in to replace Keaton to pinch run. As you see, that pitch gets off. Mathis is back there, but the Blazers will take it. 2 leadoff runners at first and second, no outs, and Owen Roach up to bat now for the View, the Blazers left fielder in today's doubleheader. That pitch swung on by Roach, fouled back over the Blazers' first base dugout. 0-1 the count now to Owen.
It's definitely windy. You can hear it through the mics up here. I didn't realize it's nice and windy out there, but
yeah, I got a field mic downstairs. You can hear the wind whipping across the infield there behind home plate as Roach settles back in for the 0-1 count. Roach shows bunt, pulls it back in time for the ball, makes the count even at 1-1. Roach, the right fielder, junior, has been great in the Blazers lineup the past 2 years. Really a guy that can go to the plate and get you quality at bats, and has hit the best in some of the biggest games over the past 2 years as Kuhn looks back to second base, keeps Gartman honest over there at the second base bag. Two runners on, nobody out in the top of the first of game 2 of this 5A East doubleheader. Gartman bunts that. Correction, Roach tries to bunt that one. And
it is hand maybe? Should be
I
a foul
guess.
ball, I think, but
Yeah, I thought it was foul, but see what the umpire says with the West Memphis coach having a conversation at the third base line.
shortstop and second baseman playing games with the runner out there. These some nice big holes open for us.
Yeah, definitely a gap.
I think the first game Levi got a single on one that was up the shortstop, I believe.
Yeah, Levi had a great game at the plate. First game of the doubleheader. Now he has a chance with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the top of the first. First pitch to Martin, gets by him for a called strike one, makes the count 0-1 to the Blazer junior.
I'm not sure it's possible, but I think the wind's getting stronger. Jerseys or pants or.
Yeah, you can hear it, especially inside the shut doors of this booth. Martin was 1 for 2 in the first game, also drawing a walk. As that hanging breaking ball swung on, and Martin just missed that one. Now the count 0-2 to Levi. Kuhn played the left field in the first game of this doubleheader. 0-2 pitch, swung on by Martin. Fouled down the first base line, out of play. Martin stays alive. Roach at first, King at second, Gartman at third for the Blazers. Good eye there by Levi as he watches that ball outside of the zone for ball one, makes the count 1-2.
Good take on a curveball.
Kuhn's 1-2 pitch to Martin, swung on down to left field at the warning track, and that's gone. Levi Martin with the grand slam here in the first inning with the Wind blowing in. He still powers that one out over the left field wall, and Levi Martin clears the bases to give the Blazers the 4-0 lead here in the top of the first.
That's impressive with the wind we have blowing in. It's, I don't know if it's crosswind blowing in. It's kind of swirling, but still pretty impressive right there by Levi.
Yeah, big time at bat there by Levi, as I believe he gets his second home run of the year. And that's going to bring up cleanup hitter Jade Taylor, but Levi got all of that one, and that one got over the wall by a lot. So great job by Levi Martin clearing the bases and getting that one over the left center wall. I mentioned earlier in the first game, I thought no way someone would hit one out today, but I've been proven wrong. Taylor hits that pop fly to shallow center field, and Blue Devils able to make the catch to get one out here in the top of the first.
First game, I thought the wind would have a lot more play on the ball, but it doesn't seem to really have affected too many of them for us. And I know they dropped a couple, but
right,
the ball seems to be carrying out to that left field corner a little bit.
Yeah, and when they hit some down the left field line in the first game, they seemed to tail a lot more to a foul play, and that one kind of stayed true to where Levi hit that one. But Ragsdale now settles in, takes the called strike one. Connor Kuhn, the right-hander. 0-1 pitch, high fly ball just outside the first base line. And
made a basket catch.
great catch there by the first baseman. You got to do what you got to do, and that was Dancy who came up with that one just outside of first base.
Not sure I've ever seen that before. I don't know, high pop fly like that, but if it works.
That's right. Just able to corral that one in his glove, and now 2 outs in the inning for the Blue Devils.
All he had to do is wait for a fair catch right there and look like.
That's right. Blazer gets a piece of that one over to first, pulls him off the bag. That's going to be Keaton Rogers as he advances to second base off of there. And Coach Holt, we've seen a couple of errors there by the first baseman and even some throws to the first base.
Throwers aren't helping him, but I was kind of surprised he caught that pop fly a minute ago, but he had a rough go the first game. But the throws weren't helping him a lot either. So
yeah, that's for sure. Now it's going to bring up Hudson Rogers. He's going to get some at-bats here in the second part of this conference play doubleheader. Runner on scoring position, 2 outs, RBI opportunity for the senior. Kuhn looks back to Rogers at second. That first pitch to Hudson. Called ball 1, makes the count 1-0. Rogers with a little bit of a lead there on second. Kuhn looked to pick him off, but decided not to.
They do that every time we get a guy at second. I've yet to see him throw the ball back there.
Yeah, even the shortstop and second baseman both come up to the bag, but
leaving lots of holes out there for us.
Now Rogers settles in, 1-0 count, swung on, and that's going to get into the outfield for a single. Rogers rounds third, scores easily, so nice piece of hitting there by Hudson Rogers to get himself an RBI single and allowing Rogers to come around and score. So the Rogers to Rogers RBI connection, and that's going to bring up sophomore catcher Leighton Holt. This left-hander gets a chance with the runner on first and 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Blazers have scored 5 runs here early on in game 2. Pick off to first base. Kind of a sidearm move there by Kuhn, and not in time.
They are not making his job easy over there.
Blazers left-hander ready to see his first pitch of the bat. Runner goes, takes the called strike, and that throws off the line. Rogers is in safely. Another stolen base for Valley View. Is that wind really starting to pick up here as we get later on in the evening?
Has been gusty, but it just seems stronger now.
Holt ready for his 0-1 pitch. Just watches that one outside. Ball one, evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Get a look there at Hudson Rogers over there at second base is a little bit of a lead off of the bag. Coach Holt mentioned they like to play some games back there at second, but have yet to try to pick anyone off at second base. That pitch to Holt swung on down towards left field, back at the track, and that's going to get down off the wall as Rogers will come around and score, and Holt's going to stay at second. So nice piece of hitting there as Layton gets that one off the wall for a stand-up RBI double.
Taught him everything he knows when he does well anyway. That's going to be nice for our house tonight. He's been struggling this year, so anytime he can do what he just did there, it's going to be a better evening at the house.
Yeah, and looks like now we're back to the top of the order with Drew Gartman, who got things started in this one.
Should have a courtesy runner for Layton.
I believe we do.
Trayson Becker, I believe.
I think you're correct. Gartman 1 for 1 in game 2. Leadoff single in the top of the first. Kuhn still on the mound for the Blue Devils. Now they're going to pick off to second. Little delayed call there by the umpire, but he's going to say he's safe.
Guess he's just assuming we know the answer, so.
So you'll see Becker just able to get his hand on the bag before the tag. Hartman runner in scoring position, shows the bunt, has to get out of the way of that one. He takes the first pitch ball, makes the count 1-0.
I'm sure he wants to swing away, but if he puts a bunt down the third baseline at all, he's no way they're going to catch him. No way.
Yeah, he's got great speed.
Third baseman's moving in a step or two, but I don't know if it's going to help.
We've seen Drew advance on a bunt and steal a couple of bases today.
Good take.
Pulls that one back again to watch ball 2. Makes the count 2-0. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. In the top of the first, Blazers have already scored 6. Look back to second once again from Kuhn as he stepped off the mound. Becker with a decent lead at second. Cartman still at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Gartman takes that one outside in the left-hander batter's box, makes the count 3 balls and no strikes. So Gartman ahead in the count. Would be surprised if he swings the bat here. Shows bunt, pulls it back, so a 4-pitch walk to Drew Gartman as Kuhn didn't give him anything to hit there. So runners at first and second with 2 outs and brings up junior Keaton Mathis. Mathis reached base in his first at bat here in the first inning. Looks like Kuhn's ready to face Mathis for the second time in this ball game. Mathis swings on that one high, fly ball, shallow center field. Center fielder loses his hat, gets under it to make the catch, but not before a grand slam by Levi Martin. And a couple of RBIs by the Blazers allow them to score 6 runs in the top of the first. Right after this break, we'll be back with the bottom of the first inning from the Jonesboro Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth on Blazer News Network.
Hey, we got 2.
Across the diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship.
Welcome back to Jonesboro, Arkansas, on the campus of Arkansas State University. I'm Tyson LeBlanc in the Jonesboro Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth with Rance Taylor on my left.
Rance Taylor. I've been called a lot of things before, but never Rance Taylor. Interesting.
And Blazers off to a great start here in game 2, but while at the break we kind of talked about Coach Holt, how that wind's kind of blowing from right to left, which allowed Levi Martin to get that grand slam out of the ballpark.
I believe it's flag, a fair pole to fair pole, and it's kind of, it seems like balls to right field are kind of hanging up a little bit, but the ones down the line, left field line are, earlier I think Drew started the game off with a double that kind of carries towards the foul pole a little bit, but Eli got, Eli, too many Elis and Levis. Levi got up in the air a little bit, and it carried right on out of here for him. So Layton's double carried out there a little ways too, but.
Great start, especially for the Bats in the first inning here at Blazer Baseball, as the Blazers won the first game 11-1. Looks like Caleb Kuhn's going to lead things off once again for the Blue Devils, and Keaton Mathis on the mound, and Layton Holt takes his spot behind the plate. First pitch from Mathis, outside and low for ball 1, makes the count 1-0. That pitch from Mathis around the same area, ball 2. Take your around the diamond for game 2. Rogers at first, Ragsdale at second, Gartman at short, Keaton Rogers at third, Hossman at left, Taylor in center, Roach in right. That pitch swung on to Ragsdale as he fields it over to the first baseman, Hudson Rogers, for the easy ground out. So nice pitch there by Mathis to get the ground out to the right side of the infield. That's going to bring up the 2-hole hitter for West Memphis, and that's going to be A.J. Eggleston. That first pitch gets a called strike to the right-hander, makes the count 0-1. They're going to appeal. They're going to say he did not go around there on the check swing, so.
No, don't believe he did.
Take a look at the replay here.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he did.
It's close, but they're going to say ball, but Mathis gets that one in there for a called strike, makes the count 1-2.
Watch out.
1-2 pitch, just got, almost got a piece of Eggerson there. Two and two, the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 away in the bottom of the first.
Ooh.
That pitch from Mathis, that jammed him. He just fouled that one off before it hit him. Take a look at that one. That really jammed up Eggerson there as he was able to just foul that one off and stay alive. Swing and a miss there from Eggerson as Mathis gets his first strikeout of the ball game. 2 down here in the first.
Moving quick here. I like it.
Me too, me too. Cyrone Madison is going to come up to the plate here. The West Memphis center fielders, you see that jersey still blowing pretty hard across the body of Keaton Mathis. Batter calls time and steps out of the batter's box. That pitch from Mathis gets a swing and a miss on the check swing. Makes the count 0-1. That pitch from Mathis jams Madison right at the first base dugout.
Got him moving over there. Old Noah Scotero's jumping out of the way. Coach Snyder.
Still 0-2 to West Memphis' center fielder. Called strike 3. He's out. Mathis gets the Blazers at the bottom of the first. No hits, no runs, no errors. Your Blazers lead 6-0. We'll be back with the top of the second on Blazer News Network.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Welcome back to Blazer News Network for Game 2 of the 5A East doubleheader between Valley View and West Memphis. Rance Taylor had to head home, but now I'm joined by Valley View head wrestling coach, Coach Rance Holt.
Hey, I got Rance Taylor out of here now. Rance Holt is in the building. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I am here.
And apparently my new name is Tyler LeBlanc, so I'll be signing off as Tyler LeBlanc later this evening. But
oh, somebody needs my glasses down there that's typing.
It's been a great day of Blazer baseball. Big thanks to Arkansas State for letting us play and also use a lot of their equipment to stream this one on our YouTube channel. I want to remind you to tune in to Blazer News Network April 1st for the next baseball game live, and hopefully we'll be able to be back at Memorial Field on that day. But Coon back onto the mound as Owen Roach steps up to the plate. High first pitch there from Coon makes the count 1-0 to Roach. Roach was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. Swung on by Roach. Got a good piece of that one, but foul over the first base side. Evens up the count at 1-1.
When do you get you a nice press box like this out there at the Memorial Field out there?
I think that'd be real nice.
Nice. I'll come sit by you a lot then.
Swung on by Roach, back up the middle. Attempt to ground it by Coon. That's going to be off the bag again, but good job by Dancy keeping his foot on the bag to record the ground out and get Owen Roach out at first. And
they may not like him very much over there at first base. I don't think they've thrown a ball to him in the air yet. I mean, feel bad for the kid. He's trying to tough. Wind's blowing hard. They're not making it easy for him.
You might have a point there, but now up to the plate is Levi Martin, who powered one over the left field wall for a grand slam last at bat. See if Coon gives anything to Martin to have a chance to hit here in this at bat. And he won't, as that one gets off the shoulder as Martin's hit by a pitch. So he's 1 for 1 with a grand slam and then a hit by pitch as he'll advance to first with 1 out. That's going to bring up cleanup hitter Jade Taylor. Jade Taylor playing center field today for the Blazers. He'll have 1 on and 1 out. Got out in the first due to a pop out. We'll see if Martin has the green light over there at first base. Coon ready to face the Blazer right-hander. Swung on by Taylor, high fly ball.
I got it. Oh,
and that hits off the press box here behind home plate.
If you had your glove on there, Taylor, you may have got it.
Yeah, I mean, Tyson could have caught it, but I don't know about Taylor.
I know.
Speaking of Taylor, Jade Taylor down in the count 0-1.
I could see him getting a hold of one, ride one out of here like Levi did if he gets the right pitch. Oh.
Breaking ball inside on Taylor, evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Levi over there at first. He gets back safely on the pickoff attempt, and hey, that ball got to Dancy in the air.
Yeah. Okay. Percentages aren't real high, but that's getting better.
That's
We're
right.
good. We're good.
Kuhn looks back at Martin once again, about ready for the 1-1 pitch to Jade Taylor. Swung on and just missed by Taylor as he fouls that one straight back into the netting behind home plate. Makes the count a ball and 2 strikes.
I'm pretty observant. I just realized we went from our pinstripe jerseys to our yellow ones here.
Yeah, great point. Blazers the away team now in the second game of the doubleheader. That's swung on by Taylor down the first base line, and that's going to get down just inside of the wall, but out of the reach of the Blue Devils' first baseman. Tavion Dancy has been a busy man over there at first base this evening. Kuhn looks in. Ready to go now with the 1-2 pitch to Taylor. As that ball gets away from the catcher, and Martin's able to advance to second easily.
Possible RBI situation here for Jade.
Yep, runner in scoring position now with 1 out, 2-2 count. Still playing that game back over there at second base.
Musical infielders. Who's going to cover second?
They're going to say ball 3, makes the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I wonder if they're yelling at each other. You got him. No, I got him. No, you get him. No, I got him. It'd be awesome if they would do that. Especially if we could hear it.
I have to try to get Levi Martin mic'd up next game.
There you go. There he's in. No, you get him. No. Okay, here we go.
That pitch to Taylor jams him as he fouls that one back over the bleachers on the first base side. Great job by Taylor staying alive in the full count. 1 out, Martin on second.
It's my first time being in this press box. Here's a really good view up here of Red Wolf Drive. This nice new turf field we have here at A-State.
Yeah, that's great. You mentioned they dedicated the field Saturday. If they wouldn't have had the turf field, they wouldn't have been able to play that game.
That is true. After Friday night's eventful evening.
Yeah, and Blazer Stadium, Memorial Field took a hit Friday night as well.
I didn't plan on spending Saturday morning helping pick up fence and tree limbs and stuff, but we had quite a few parents and ball players out there for a good portion of the day picking up stuff.
Full count to Taylor. Swung on, rope down the third base line. How to play.
That's got to be, what, 5 or 6 foul balls this at bat?
Yeah, he's battled. I believe that this is almost the 10th pitch of this at bat.
Hope Coach Allison, Coach Snyder brought enough balls here. We might run out of balls. I don't know.
Taylor settles back up at the plate. 1 out, Martin on second. As Taylor watches that one, they're going to say called strike 3 at the top corner of the zone as Taylor's ready to trot down the first base line, but a home plate umpire says not so fast. You're headed to the dugout. So 2 outs now for the Blazers, but Ragsdale up to the plate with another RBI opportunity.
That might have been a touch off. I don't know about that. Looks more like on the batter box line than on the plate, but
yeah, definitely.
But umpire's always right. So
that's right. Definitely a pitch on the border of the zone there, but they'll give Kuhn the called strikeout on that one. That pitch to Ragsdale, great play by the catcher behind home plate to keep that one in front of him.
Good block.
Drew Jenkins has had a good game behind home plate here in game 2. That pitch is high, makes the count 2-0 to Ragsdale. Martin still on second for the View, 2 outs in the inning. Swung on by Ragsdale, just down the third base line, just foul. Makes the count hitters count 2 balls and a strike.
A couple more feet to the right there. We'd see how fast Noah and Levi can run out there.
That's right.
Close enough to make Coach Allison dance a little bit down there. A couple hops to get out of the way. Watch out.
Ooh, and that pitch gets Ragsdale as he throws the bat in a hurry and trots down to first base to see Coach Dustin Jones.
Curveball's not curving sometimes. That's what got, I think,
Levi, too.
Levi, I think, got Keaton in the first inning,
Yep.
brother?
So now 2 runners on. As you see Martin there at second base, you'll see a replay of that curveball that
Didn't curve.
Yep, got Ragsdale at the same place. It got Martin, and now Keaton Rogers at the plate. It's almost another one. Keaton Rogers reached on an error last time up in the first inning. Got out of the way of that first pitch. Makes the count 1-0. It's a ball down way below the zone. Makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. The Blazers sophomore right-hander. That pitch swung on by Rogers, fouled right up into the bleachers just below us here in the press box. 2 balls and a strike to count to Rogers. That pitch to Rogers is swung on high. Fly ball kind of in no man's land. It's going to get down. As Levi rounds third, headed for home, no throw. So the Blazers scored their 7th run of the ball game by a shallow outfield fly ball by Keaton Rogers.
There's that wind. I think the ball center field, right field gets kind of hung up. Ball down the line to left, kind of carries a little bit. Like right there, he hit that pretty good, but it didn't get but 15, 20 feet out of the infield.
Right.
You thought it was out to the center fielder, but.
So Rogers reaches. Ragsdale on second as Levi Martin scored. So Blazers lead 7-0, top of the second, 2 outs, 2 on for Hudson Rogers. Another RBI opportunity for the senior right-hander. Watches that pitch for the called strike 1. Makes the count 0-1. Rogers 1 for 1 in this one with the RBI single.
It's a good take early in the count. Can't do much with that pitch.
Kuhn ready? Nope, he's going to act like he's going to pick off to second once again and just not throw it. Seen that happen multiple times here tonight between both pitchers in both games. That's swung on by Rogers. High fly ball, shallow infield, may be trouble.
Wow.
That's going to drop down, and Ragsdale kept running. He's going to reach home and make the score 8-0 for Valley View. And like you mentioned, Coach Holt, or they can say infield fly. I have no idea.
What? Did that not land in fair?
I thought it landed in fair territory. Look here at the replay. Yeah.
Oh, it rolls foul.
So
It landed, but it rolls foul. I didn't pay attention. Okay.
So kind of a smart play there by Kuhn to not pick that one
I
up.
don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but yeah, good idea. Let that thing roll.
Ragsdale have to go back to second. Pitch there in the dirt. Good job by Jenkins once again to keep that one in front of him. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's a good job on Noah running that out, though, because you never know if that hit and spins back in.
That's right. Swing and miss there from Rogers, and he's going to go down on strike. So Kuhn gets the West Memphis Blue Devils out of the inning with the strikeout, but not before. The Blazers score 2 runs. Your Blazers lead West Memphis 8-0 as we head in to the bottom of the second on Blazer News Network.
Welcome to the Fiber Store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an eUniversity checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Blazer Baseball for the bottom of the second inning in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Blazers took the first game 11-1. It looks like Cohen Zaffarano is going to come out and pitch the second inning for the Blazers. Cohen's been good in relief so far this year.
Cohen will love me telling everybody his nickname, Little Coco, but I've been around Cohen since he was just a little, about 5, 6 years old. I can call him whatever I like.
That's right.
He likes Coco. I like him so much we named our dog after him.
Really?
Not really, but our dog's name is Coco. But not after Cohen, though.
Cohen getting loose here to get ready to go in the bottom of the second, but great day for Blazer baseball besides the windy conditions.
Besides the small hurricane we're having, it's good. I'd much rather be here, though. Like I just told you, my sister's up in Kansas, and it's 30 degrees with blizzard conditions with snow and ice, so I'll take this wind and 60 degrees any day.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to bring up number 12. Shortstop, Rogers. He swings and a miss. Zaffarano's first pitch.
Cohen holds the form. We're going to get a lot of ground balls here and maybe some weak pop-ups here.
Nolan Rogers, the shortstop for the Blue Devils. That pitch out of the zone makes the count 1-1. Zaff throws the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. That get Layton's mask. I think it might have got a piece of it.
Yeah. I'm assuming it hit him because of the.
Yeah, it hit him right in the front of the mask.
Safe place to hit Layton, right in the head. I shouldn't say that, but I can say what I want. I can say, it's my kid, I'll say what I want. No, that's why the umpire walked out there. You could tell what. Usually when the catcher gets hit or somebody gets hit like that, they walk out and give him a little time to get his bearings right.
1-2 the count now. To Nolan Rogers. Swung on and ground ball, just like Coach Holt called. Over to Gartman, then to Rogers for the easy ground out to start things off in the bottom of the second. That ball kind of took a big hop right before it got to Gartman, but he's able to come up with it and get it over to Rogers in plenty of time to get out Rogers.
Drew's out there where he's going to be playing the next 4 or 5 years, however long, maybe. Out there, shortstop for the Red Wolves.
Drew Jenkins. That was a great breaking ball there by Zaffarano's. He gets that one for the called strike to the West Memphis catcher.
Assuming he plays shortstop, who knows? They move those guys. Will French now, former Blazers, playing first base for the Red Wolves.
Never would have guessed that.
Not either.
Swing and a miss off another great breaking ball there from Cohen. Makes the count 0-2, one away here in the bottom of the second. That pitch by Zaffarano gets the swing and a miss as he blew the fastball right by him. So Zaffarano gets the strikeout to retire the second Blue Devil here in the bottom of the second. That's going to bring up number 1, Maddox Malloy. Malloy pitched the first game of this doubleheader. Now he's at the plate. You see a replay of that strikeout. Jenkins just totally missed that one. Zaffarano gets him out on strikes. Now the first pitch to Malloy. Swing and a miss. Count now 0-1. You know, Zaffarano may not have the highest velocity on the team, but he's got some good stuff, and he's able to get a lot of batters out.
Hitting spots. That's what it's about. I think the velo is good, but it's a little overrated when you can pinpoint pitches where you want them. I know we tend to struggle a little bit with guys who throw a little slower, can put the ball where they want it. It's a little different adjustment for them. Everybody trains for velo nowadays, and you get someone who can place the ball, it makes it tough.
1-1 count to Maddox Malloy.
Cohen has a good mind game with these guys too. He'll step off. He'll take. Sometimes he sits there forever. He'll step off. Very heady baseball player.
They're going to say strike 2 as Zaffarano gets the called strike on the breaking ball. Makes the count no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2 pitch to Malloy.
Yep.
Called strike 3. He's out. Zaffarano strikes out 2 in the bottom of the second inning. Your Blazers lead 8-0, headed into the third on Blazer News Network.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Welcome back to Blazer News Network and Blazer Baseball live on YouTube. It's a great view of Slayton Family Field as the sun starts to go down here in Jonesboro, and great facility and great press box shielding us from the wind up here in the Jonesboro Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth.
I don't mind it at all.
Me neither. It looks like Coon's back on the mound for his third inning of work. Leighton Holt steps up to the plate, had a double off the wall his last at bat. Sophomore behind the plate for game 2 as Mathis started off on the mound. First pitch taken by Holt for ball 1, makes the count 1-0. 1-0 pitch to Holt, low. Below the zone, makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. That pitch is swung on by Holt, fouled out of play, makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Hitter's count here for the Blazers sophomore catcher. That pitch is swung on by Holt down the first base side. Great play there by Dancy to come up with that one.
He catches that one, doesn't he? That figures. I shouldn't give the kid a hard time. He's had a tough time, people throwing the ball to him and stuff, but Oh, well.
Great play over there at first by Dancy as he's able to run over and step on the bag to get Holt out. And now Blazers back at the top of the order. Future Red Wolf Drew Gartman steps up to the batter's box. First pitch to Gartman, low below the zone, makes the count 1-0.
Offense.
And that ball gets away from the catcher behind home plate, makes the count 2-0 to Drew Bob Gartman. Gartman's gotten on base both times so far here tonight, as you see a lot of Blazers fans starting to bundle up.
The temperature says 50, but I don't. That doesn't look 50 to me out there.
So that's in there for the third ball, makes the count 3-0. They're going to say that one just caught the top of the zone, but Gartman had no intentions of swinging there with the 3-0 count. That one's above the zone. Gartman draws a 5-pitch walk, so Blazers have a runner on first here in the top of the third inning. One away, brings up Blazer right-hander Keaton Mathis. So you see that pitch just never broke down towards the zone. Got Gartman to first base. Pick off to first base. Gartman back safely. You see some debris flying around out there in right center.
Cardboard box.
A pitch from Kuhn inside to Mathis as Gartman's there in plenty of time, and I believe that's his 4th stolen base of the evening between games 1 and 2. Gartman has a smile on his face over there at second. So RBI opportunity now for Mathis. You see him slide into second and plenty of time before the throw. So Mathis took that pitch inside, allowed Gartman to steal second. Mathis watches that one low in the zone. Gartman running to third. Great heads-up base running by Drew to get to third base on that ball low and in the dirt. And Drew's done a great job in both games, just keeping his head up and being aware of his situation and advancing to each base.
Smart decision by their catcher there not to throw the ball. There's no way he's going to catch him.
Can't have another error and let
No.
Drew score there either. 2-1 pitch to Mathis. That one high above the zone for ball 3. Makes the count 3 balls and 1 strike.
Good count to hit in here if he can get something to drive. I'm sure Keaton will get it done.
That's inside. Free pass to first base for Mathis, so now runners at the corners for left fielder Owen Roach. Junior steps up to the plate. And Coach Holt, has Owen always been wearing glasses at baseball?
He does some. I think maybe on the windy days with his contacts and stuff. I know. I don't. I asked Leighton today before I came here if he wanted a pair of. He wears one contact in his right eye, and with the wind and who knows what's going to blow up in your face and stuff. And I think he wears them when it's. I think he wore them Friday night too. I believe when the wind was really bad. So I'm sure it's something to do with the weather, the wind and stuff. Or it could be even.
That
night.
pitch is outside. Fake throw to second. Mathis there safely from no throw, but smart play by the catcher once again.
Could be an evening game, darkness. Glasses may be better for him.
Catcher threw that one. Gartman was probably going to steal home, so might as well just let the runner get to second.
Good opportunity here for Owen.
1-0 count to Roach. That one's inside once again, makes the count 2 balls, no strikes. And Coach Holt, you don't want to get the bases loaded with the next guy on deck, Levi Martin.
No, but the infield's in for the West Memphis here. I don't know. Hard hit ball anywhere usually probably gets the job done, but
That pitch outside makes the count 3 balls. No
Struggling
strikes.
to throw strikes right now. It's hard to hit it when they're not throwing strikes because you're kind of caught off guard when they do.
That's
they
right.
get into a rhythm of throwing balls, and you're just like, oh, kind of catches you off guard a little bit.
That's high and inside, so bases loaded once again for Levi Martin, who hit one over the left field fence in the first inning to get a grand slam and score 4 runs. And this might be it for Kuhn. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll see what coach for West Memphis decides as he comes out to the mound for a mound visit. And we'll take a look back at that Levi Martin home run back in the first as he got all of that one. Barrel on ball all the way over the left center fence over the Tommy's Express car wash sign. And Coach Holton, I mentioned kind of the crosswind, but anything out to that left field area was going to carry over, and that one did by a lot as Martin picks up his second home run of the season.
Nice hanging curveball there, and Levi sat back and put a good swing on it.
Yeah, it looks like Kuhn's going to stay put. So Levi with another chance with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Infield still in. Cut down the plate. Force anywhere for the, are they the Blue Devils or Red Devils?
Blue Devils.
Blue Devils. It says Devils on across their jersey. I wouldn't care if they were blue or red.
That pitch
Hard
by
ground
Martin,
ball.
hard hit ball to the shortstop. Throw home off the plate. Everybody's safe. Just a miscue there by the catcher and throw a little bit off the plate, but RBI, another one for Levi Martin. He's got 5 RBIs in this one now. Blazers lead 9-0.
It's just what West Memphis was looking for. Hard hit ball right at it, their shortstop, and of course Drew's speed has a little bit to do with that. I know they had to hurry and stuff, but it's kind of what they were set up for there. But
Now the base is loaded for senior right-hander Jade Taylor. 1 out in the top of the 3rd. That's swung on, high fly ball.
it's down.
Shallow right field, and that it gets down. So Taylor's gonna, and he just couldn't pick up that one. They're gonna motion him around 3rd, and no way they're gonna say safe. I was gonna say no way they called him out, but 2 runs from the single from Jade Taylor, and he eventually advances to second base. And
Wynn got that ball. He hit that a little better than it looked, but it's still that crosswind I think is really balls to center and right are getting held up.
yeah, and then the right fielder not able to come up with it at first, which is what allowed the second run to score. And Mathis hustles down the 3rd base line there, but now runner on 2nd and 3rd for Zaffarano as Coach Allison lets him hit while he's on the mound right now in the game. And Kuhn kind of stepped off the mound funny there.
Not sure he meant to do that,
They're going to
but
say called strike. So 0-1 the count to Zaffarano, 1 out. Zaffarano can also swing the bat, and as that one almost got a piece of him, he's able to just get out of the way, evens up to count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Zaffarano, the junior right-handed pitcher who also bat a few times throughout the year for the Blazers. That pitch outside makes the count 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count now for Zaffarano, an RBI opportunity. As that ball up above the zone makes the count 3 balls and a strike. And the Blue Devils coaches look like they're a little chilly as well down there in the 3rd base dugout. Zaffarano swings that one. That gets out to the outfield. Round comes Levi for 1. There comes Jade for 2.
good hard hit ball there by Cohen.
Great job by Zaffarano to get some contact and get that one hard hit out to the outfield as Martin and Taylor come around to score. So a single, 2 RBIs for Zaffarano. Gives himself some support, plenty of support on the mound as they lead 13-0 here in the 3rd. And
having an infield in there kind of hurt him. You know, that even if he's back at normal depth or even double play depth, that's probably just on a routine ground ball. But Cohen hits it pretty hard right at the guy and gets his 2 more runs.
now runner at first with 1 out. Ooh, and that one gets Mathis square in the back. I mean, that wasn't even close. But
throw Keaton Rogers right there.
Yeah, that's right. My bad, Coach Holt. But
could have been Taylor down there. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Rance Taylor.
Rance
Taylor,
you
never know.
Sneaking in there, I don't know.
But Rogers gets to first base, and this might be it for Kuhn. I would not be surprised.
It's going to have to be after the second visit. If that had been Rance Taylor, he might have said some bad words getting hit like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. We probably would have heard him up here too. So
the Blazers with 2 on, 1 out, 13-0 in the top of the third. And if I'm correct, if we're up by 15 after 3, that's run rule.
If they agreed upon it, yeah, they have to agree before. It's not a rule, but if the coaches agree to that, it is a possibility. They will still, West Memphis still have to bat,
right?
Since they are the home team. But if the coaches agreed to that, that may be, or they maybe, I don't know if they have to agree to it before the game or they can agree to it as it happens. I don't know the rule on that. But
looks like Nolan Rogers will be the new pitcher for the West Memphis Blue Devils. We'll step away for a quick 90-second break while Rogers gets loose to come in the top of the third. We'll be right back. Blazers lead 13-0 on Blazer News Network.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you, and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an e-University checking account. Designed for students like you, these accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect.
And welcome back to Blazer News Network, as Nolan Rogers is the new right-handed pitcher for the West Memphis Blue Devils. I'm joined now by Rance Holt once again, as Rance Taylor still has not made his way back up to the broadcast booth. But
I think he got blown away when he left. I think he walked down, and he's a big dude, but as this wind probably took.
Yeah, we've seen it carry a ball out of the outfield. So
if he opened his jacket up, turn him into a big bear chute. You never know where he may be.
Could be with the Blazer News Network trailer somewhere off in the distance. But anyways, runner at first, runner at second, 1 out. Hudson Rogers, the senior, steps up to the plate with another RBI opportunity. That one called strike with a little bit more velocity than Kuhn was throwing off the mound. As Rogers gets ahead in the count. Hudson Rogers 2 for 2 with RBI single first time up and RBI single his last time at bat. Rogers watches that one for a called strike 2.
Look like identical pitches there.
Yep, Rogers off to a good start.
All right, Hudson, here we go. Watch out.
They're going to say that one got a piece of them there, as Blazers now have bases loaded once again with 1 gone. So Rogers is doing good off the mound, and then you let that one get away from him. That's going to bring up sophomore Leighton Holt with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. So a great chance for Leighton to extend the lead.
Infield in again. Gotta hit something hard at him. Or not at him. Watch out.
Ooh. That's a wild pitch. Zafrano scores easily. And I think that one just bounced before hitting Leighton. Leighton able to get out of the way of that one.
Attracted to those yellow jerseys maybe, I don't know. Like he's trying to overthrow a little bit too. I'm sure the wind's not helping. It seems like it's gusting even harder than it has been, but
1-0 count to Holt, the Blazer sophomore catcher in game 2 of the doubleheader. Inside, called strike. Makes the count even, 1-1. Layton's grounded out and had an RBI double off the wall back in the first inning for his game so far tonight. That pitch to Holt swung on and fouled out of play behind the bleachers. Makes the count 1-2. Runners on first, correction, second and third. That pitch gets away from the catcher once again. There it is, 15-0. Valley View leads West Memphis.
He threw that ball about 58 feet.
For Rogers comes around to score. Yeah, he did.
2 foot short of getting where it needs to be. But I think he's trying to overthrow a little bit.
Yeah, and we saw a couple of good pitches early in one at bat, but then he ended up hitting the batter. But Holt settles back in with 1-2 count. Runner on third, 1 out in the top of the third. Good take by Holt there as he takes ball 2 high and outside of the strike zone. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holt does a great job of getting down and getting to that one. Center fielder misses it, so Holt will advance to second on the error by the center fielder as Rogers comes around to score the 16th run of the ball game for Valley View.
That ball started out in right center and ended up right behind the shortstop, about 15, 20 feet behind the shortstop.
Yeah, so he must have a pretty strong crosswind.
Crosswind's coming across there pretty good, yes.
You'll see a replay of Holt went down to get that one almost like a golf swing, and like you said, started off towards right center, and they followed it all the way to left center field. Just overran that one. Now batting is junior Beck Black, so Coach Allison letting some other guys get some reps here in this doubleheader as Beck watches that one for a call to strike 1, makes the count 0-1. Ooh, and that one was at the head of Beck, but he was able to duck down and get out of the way. We've seen Rogers come close, hitting a couple of batters so far early on in his first inning of work. Still playing that game over there at second base. That's swung on by Beck and just foul.
In order to play shortstop or second base for the Devils, you need to be in shape because they are running in and out. They are moving quick.
That's right. Always
keep you on your toes.
Always covering that bag. Makes count 1 and 2, and I think you're right. I mean, look at that tree down there to the left. It's really gusting right now.
It's like we're in a thunderstorm without the actual storm. It is blowing.
And Rogers having to hold on to his hat, and the umpire calls time. Look, take a look at the trees in the outfield, really swaying behind that batter's eye and wall. Big Black up to bat once again, swung on up the middle to the second baseman, throws it over to first.
See?
He's out.
They threw it to him in the air and he caught it. That's not giving that kid a bad time earlier, but he's had a rough night. They actually threw one to him in the air and great job.
Yeah.
Nice contact by Beck there to move the runner from second to third as well.
So 2 outs, and I believe this is Noah Scotero stepping up to the plate.
Old Scoot.
RBI opportunity with 2 gone and a runner at third. Is that ball low and outside for ball 1 to Scotero?
That's Trayson Becker running for Layton at third, isn't you?
Correct. As Rogers steps off, looks back, had second. Looks like he's ready for the 1-0 Pitch to Skateros. That's low. Great job there once again by Jenkins. Keep that one in front of him behind the plate.
Noah's batting for Gartman, I believe, isn't he?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, no one's on deck. Okay.
Good take there by Scoot as he watches that one for ball 3, counting now 3-0 to Scatero. And looks like we subbed somebody in for Roach as well. So.
Looks like Will Finley's on deck.
That wind's still gusting even more than it was earlier. His camera might be starting to shake a little bit. Especially that one out there in the outfield. And that's pitch way in the other batter's boxes. Scatero gets to first base on a 4-pitch walk. Now Will Finley is going to step up to the plate for Valley View. He pitched in the first game, only giving up 1 run. I wouldn't be.
Coach Allison's making some wholesale changes here. Heard him yelling for Lando and Hossman. I'm not sure if he's going to bat for Levi or not his next at bat, but
Wouldn't be surprised if Scoot takes off here either. Pitch outside.
I'm betting he doesn't with 16-0 lead. I don't know. They could. Coach may have to stay in place here, but
yeah, and he just had Levi.
yeah.
So Hossman's going to replace him on deck circle, but the 1-0 pitch gets away from the catcher. Becker scores. Scatero advances to second. So Valley View now leads West Memphis 17-0.
I know Coach talked about we're supposed to have a JV games tomorrow versus Collierville at school, but with the fence not being there, I believe he's just going to. I don't know for sure if they've canceled that yet or not, but they're going to have a blue gold scrimmage, and then usually when they go, we're going to Conway on Friday, but there's no JV game. Usually it's a varsity JV game, but there's no JV game. They have some other events going on or something, but he was trying to find.
So tomorrow for the scrimmage, our guys going to have to stand out in the parking lot to catch home runs?
Yeah, I wouldn't park out there. I know that. Ground ball to second base might get your car. So
first pitch called strike to Will Finley.
Yeah, it's I know they've been having BP inside in the cages inside because they can't have it on the field. So
right, 2 away. Scatero on second for Valley View. This has been a long top of the third inning. Blazers put up 9 runs already as Will Finley watches that one for strike 2. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I know the Devils have more kids on the roster this year. Last year they had the kids on the field, only had a handful of dugout, but they have a pretty good sized squad this year, looks like. That's good. Get more kids out and playing.
That's right. That pitch to Finley low. Great job by Jenkins once again. He's corralled a couple of wild pitches and not letting them get to the backstop here at Slayton Family Field tonight. So great job by that young man behind the plate as Will Finley is about to settle in with the even count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He continues to play hard. It's hard to play, especially when you're down 17-0. It's tough sometimes to give your best effort. He's doing it.
That ball high and inside to Will makes the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-2 pitch to Finley. Swing and a miss, foul tip, strike out. So
he hung on to it. I thought it hit the ground, but no.
Rogers gets out of the inning with the foul tip strikeout from Will Finley, but not before the Blazers put up 9 runs in the top of the third. Valley View leads West Memphis 17-0.
Hey, we got 2.
the diamond, and it's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team. Valley View wins the 5A championship.
Welcome back to the Blazer Baseball here at the bottom of the third inning. My apologies. We're now back in the bottom of the third inning.
That mic button on helps. Yeah. It's my first time here. I can make fun of you.
In the bottom
Taylor.
of the third inning. So Valley View leads 17-0. New pitcher Parker King, the junior right-hander on the mound, had a great outing as he struck out the side in his last appearance versus BB last week. And we also have some changes around the diamond for Valley View as they lead by 17.
Cohen Zafranos at short.
Yep, Beck Black at second, Hossman in left, Scutero in right.
There you go, yeah. Parker pitched well, too, down at, where did we go down south? Stuttgart.
Oh, Stuttgart.
Yeah, we were supposed to play Little Rock Christian that day. We got rescheduled. They had a makeup game already, so we had to, coach found a game down at Stuttgart. He pitched well down there as well. Followed up Keaton.
Oh, and Rogers at third base. Couple of new guys out in the diamond for the Blazers to finish off this third inning. Mentioned Coach Allison and West Memphis' coach discussing something. Could have been the 15 after 3 run rule, but
Yes.
King's ready to go here. So that pitch high above the zone for ball 1 makes the count 1-0.
I'm sure when we change pitchers, when we got guys that's just throwing like Parker does, and then like Will and Keaton and Cohen, they're like, how many pitchers do they have? Because we got a handful of guys that can get it up there pretty good.
Yeah, nice inside pitch there by Parker King. Catches part of the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Called strike 2 as King hitting his spots here early in this at bat. Shard Vorns is at the plate now, the Blue Devils' third baseman. Breaking ball there, just a little inside on Vorns. He kind of had to get out of the way of that one. Makes count 2-2. And Parker locates it. He has some great sliders and breaking balls.
He does.
That pitch from King, and they're going to say strike 3, you're out, as Parker King strikes out the first batter he faced. Quick 4-pitch strikeout there by Parker. Take a look at the replay of that one. Orange kind of hesitated, but they're going to say called strike 3 anyways. So 1 Blue Devil down in the bottom of the third. That pitch swung on and fouled off the netting. Makes the count, no balls and 1 strike. So I believe that's the first baseman, TJ Dancy. A 1 pitch from King. Strike 2 looking, makes the count 0-2. Once Parker gets going in the rhythm, he's kind of hard to hit against because he really gets going with this pace on the mound.
Little slider coming right here. Let's see. See if I can tell the future.
0-2 pitch.
Nope.
Outside of the zone for ball 1, makes the count 1-2. That pitch by King just inside. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dancy watches that one as that was just below the zone. Ended up getting away from Holt, but the count's full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Blue Devils' first baseman. 3-2 pitch. Called
Ooh.
strike 3. He's out. As Parker King faces 2 batters and strikes out 2. As that one was another questionable pitch, but he got the call from the home plate umpire.
Must be dinner time. He's hungry.
That's
Get out of
right.
here. I don't know. We'll take it.
Take a look at that replay and see if that one was in the zone. That was a little outside.
Yeah, we'll take it.
That's right. I do not have, let's see if I have number 15 on my roster for West Memphis. And I do. That's Caden Wynn, who's playing second base in game 2, as Leighton Holt comes out to talk things over with Parker King as he is behind in the count with 1 ball and no strikes.
They have the communication system in there. Leighton has a speaker in his helmet. Coach Snyder can talk to him. I can tell right there he snapped his helmet down and looked in the dugout, so I'm sure he was getting a message from Coach Snyder. But I think they kind of got crossed up there a couple times. If I get on the same page here, calling the same pitch.
That pitch just high, makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. Number 15 for West Memphis, second baseman, Camden Wynn. Steps back into the batter's box. Oh, Mac gets him on the head, and you just hope he's okay. Glad to see him get up.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have him run. I don't care if he feels good or not. 17-0. I ain't taking chances on that. I'm sure he wants to, but yeah.
Good to see him walk off
Yes.
on his own power. That's always a scary situation when one hits a guy upstairs and he's grimacing in some pain, but
Parker didn't mean to do it. Parker throws the ball pretty good too, so that
yeah, hopefully he's okay.
That was not a good combination there, but he's all right.
And of course, they're going to send out a courtesy runner for him. Still jog on to first base. It's going to bring up the top of the order, Landon Kuhn back up at the plate. Looks like we're about ready to resume play here as umpire talks to Parker a little bit.
Just checking on Parker, make sure he's not affected by that. Sometimes you hit somebody like that, it kind of could get in your head a little bit. Don't want to hurt anybody.
It's going to take a couple of deep breaths out there on the mound. First pitch called, strike 1. Runner on first, 2 outs, bottom of the third. Valley View leads this one 17-0. Swung on, fly out to right. Scatero under it, makes the catch. So
I believe that's the ball game.
we'll see.
Looks like it by the way the kids are running out there. Believe so. Devils running out as well.
That's going to do it. So your Blazers win game 1, 11-1, and then they get the 15 after 3 run rule as your Blazers win the second game of the doubleheader 17-0. We'll take a quick break and be back to wrap it up with the Jonesboro Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth with the Blazer News Network postgame right after this.
The new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, The Evolve team can help you open an eUniversity checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Blazer News Network as Valley View sweeps the doubleheader versus West Memphis as they win the first 11-1 and the second one 17-0. And you see Coach Allison giving his team a post-game talk, but the Blazers really did a great job with the bats in the second game of this one, scoring 16 runs off of 8 hits, only 19 total at bats needed to get to the 16 runs with 13 RBIs, 3 runs scored off of errors. Levi Martin with the grand slam in the first inning to get things started. An RBI double by Leighton Holt. You'll see a couple of these replays as Martin got the RBI single there right at the shortstop for the ground out that allowed Drew Gartman to score as Levi gets to first off of the error as well. Then you'll see Jade Taylor with the high fly ball that the Blue Devils weren't able to come up with, and then missed the initial play on that one, allowed Keaton Mathis to come home and score the Blazers another run, and then Owen Roach as well slides into home plate. Great afternoon on the bats for the Blazers as you see Taylor advance to second base there, and then the pitcher, Cohen Zaffarano, showing what he can do with a hard hit ball at the shortstop as Martin comes around easily to score for Valley View, and so does Jade Taylor on the RBI there from Zaffarano. Then you'll see this one get away on the wild pitch as Zaffarano comes from third to score at home plate. Blazers were up good here in the third inning at this point, and then another wild pitch allowed some more Blazers to cross the plate as that's Keaton Rogers scoring across home plate there, and Leighton Holt puts the golf swing on this one out to shallow center field, and due to the error, Hudson Rogers comes across the plate. And I want to remind you to tune in for the next broadcast here on Blazer News Network as we are streaming soccer, softball, and baseball. The next baseball broadcast will be April 1st, First Marion, a 5A East Conference matchup, and then we'll have a game tomorrow, softball game, March 20th, First Harding Academy at home. And then we'll have our first soccer game of the year, April 3rd, First Jonesboro at home. And Blazers are waving y'all good night as the Blazers sweep the Blue Devils in the 5A East doubleheader, improve to 7-0 on the year. That's going to do it for me, Tyson LeBlanc, signing off on Blazer News Network from the Jonesboro Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth. Good night, everyone.